you know, if one has to choose just 2 or 3 lessons, ones I consider extremely important is something people talk always about, and that is local ownership of the process. But you see, it has been repeated so often, it doesn't mean anything, whereas it is really very important. What it really means is that a process will have much more chances of success if it is truly a process that people of that country feel it is theirs. South Africa was a success because it was done by Mandela, de Klerk, and South Africans. We were just onlookers. We didn't do anything, and that was a success. The second thing is that there is no quick fix. There are now far too many players, and we all talk about coordination and so on. It's not enough. I think what you need is to have a real structure of a mediation effort, where, frankly, you have one leader. It doesn't matter whom, but you need to have one leader. If you have too many people involved in pulling left, right, and center, the risk is that a lot of harm will be done to the process. Regional actors, where they exist, they don't exist everywhere. When I was in Afghanistan, the problem was that there were no regional actors, and I would have liked to have one there, but we tried to create one. It wasn't perfectly successful, but I think it did help a little bit. The African Union is becoming more and more an important, useful player. The European Union certainly is taking on a lot of the conflicts and tensions that exist in the world, with success here and less success there. But there again, I think cooperation is absolutely needed. And regional organizations should provide the knowledge they have of the situation that people coming from further afield do not have. But I think we have got also to accept that local players can be spoilers, because they have interests. And to put it very, very bluntly, sometimes these players see their interest in the conflict, not in its solution. The fact that you don't solve all the problems, that doesn't mean that mediation is not necessary or is not useful everywhere. The thing is that some problems are resistant. You have people who say that, as a matter of fact, no problem can be solved until the people in that area are ready for a solution. The other point, which I think I make often on this issue, is that whereas ownership is terribly important and so on and so forth, it is also the case that in some cases in these very, very complicated issues, the local players cannot solve the problem alone. They need help from outside. And they need the right kind of help. In Palestine, Israel, it is very clear that it's ridiculous to say that the Israelis and the Palestinians can solve the problem. They cannot. They will not, even if it stays there 100 years. And the kind of support that is being given to them is the wrong kind of support. The Americans, the kind of support they are giving them is that we support Israel in every way. So that will not take them anywhere. I think what you need is people who understand the problem, who really are sincere in saying, for example, in the case of Palestine and Israel, that we want a two-state solution and help get that solution. To say, yes, we want a two-state solution, but we leave it to the Palestinians and the Israelis. You know very well that the balance of strength between the two is so very big. The Israelis, unless they are, they receive both incentives and perhaps also disincentives, they are doing extremely well. Why should they give any concessions if it is left only to them, to the Palestinians? The balance of power, as it were, between the two has to change. And outside support has to be given to change that balance in order to help them reach a solution.